AT&T Stadium press box after the 2A D1 championship game between Ganado and Stamford. The game ends in triple overtime with Ganado emerging victorious 30-28. What a game! What a game! Both teams score in the first overtime period. Neither team scores in the second overtime period. Ganado scores first in the third overtime period. Then Stanford going for their mandatory 2-point conversion, tries a double reverse pass and it's intercepted, and the Ganado Indians emerge with the 2A D1 state championship. What a incredible game! The offensive MVP of the game was from Ganado, and it was Bryce Ullman. He was 13 of 22 passing for 172 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He also had 10 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. The defensive MVP was Kane Hayden with 2 interceptions, and it was just an incredible game the entire way. Neither team with a big advantage the whole way. Scoring started at 9:09 of the first quarter with Ganado on a 6-yard rush by Ullman, taking a 7-0 lead. Stanford ties it up at 2:45 of the first quarter on a 36-yard pass from Duran to Jimenez to tie it at 7. Ganado gets the lead back at 5:42 in the second. On a pass from Ullman to Hayden of 13 yards. Stanford ties it back up at 7:57 of the third on a 1-yard run from Vega. Ganado takes back the lead 21-14 at 3:26 in the third. The pass from Ullman to Hayden again. Then Stanford ties it up with 5:56 left in the fourth on a 5-yard run by Vega to tie it at 21. And then as the game ended, Ganado tried a field goal attempt to win the game, and it was well short. And we go to overtime. In that first overtime, Ganado takes the lead on a 1-yard run from Burris, and that came after 2 apparent Ganado touchdowns were overturned by replay. Then they finally score on the third one, take the 28-21 lead. Stanford gets their possession. Clay Whitfield catches a pass from Duran of 19 yards, tie it back up at 28-28, and then neither team can score in the second. And then the third, we get the 2-point attempt pass and conversion there in the third, and Ganado walks away with their state championship 30-28 for the 2A D1 title. That's going to wrap it up for this game. We'll be back with more for the next game, which will be the 3A D2 title between Woodville and Gunter. That game's going to kick off a little bit late due to the overtimes here. It's going to kick off about 3:15. Normal kickoff will be 3:06. So tune back later for my thoughts on that game and follow along for updates all day long.
They get an hour gap.